Welcome back, 2017 National Collegiate Paintball Association Championships. Temple about to take on East Carolina Pirates. I'm Matty Marshall here with Mike Sapanis.
Hey, what's up?
Mike, welcome back.
How's it going?
It's going good. So you guys are, thank you for coming up because you guys are the next game after this.
Yeah.
And normally we can't get guys right before they play, so I thank you for your time. But you played Temple, you played East Carolina, you used to be a player on Drexel, now you're helping lead the squad. What about this matchup right now? Whoa, here we go. It's a little blustery up here. So Temple taking on East Carolina Pirates. Give me your thoughts.
Well, we played ECU last season, and what an upgrade they had this year. I was watching a number of their games. We watched their game earlier today. They are playing very controlled paintball with their back line. Now, Paris, he's not on the field right now, but he's their only senior snake player. They have a young squad, and that's super killer to see. These guys playing controlled, great paintball. They have a bright future ahead.
What a great paintball name, Paris Silver.
Yeah.
He's been playing great for him. So here we go on the breakout. Both teams send a body up to that center 50 off the break. First, looks like Temple's the first to drop one.
Yeah, that's my boy Twitch out there getting shot off the Dorito side. But ECU losing their center player. And Rich Atkavage, he's a senior right now. He's up at the center W, keying off on the Dorito side. Now that player there in the insert bunker on the Dorito side, he's going to look to maybe put Rich in and move to that 30-yard line Dorito to win. Temple's a really strong team, and they have a lot of heart, and that's the biggest thing for that team. They have great players, they have a lot of skill, but most importantly, they have a lot of heart, and they watch each other's backs in the pits and on the field.
Well, they're here into this round of this tournament, and we're going to see who's going to take it. I do agree with you about East Carolina. I feel like they've come a long way very quickly. Yeah. And that comeback, they almost had it against Penn State yesterday. That was a really fun game to watch. That was my favorite game of the day yesterday, was Penn State versus East Carolina, because East Carolina went down by 3, and then they came back and it went to overtime. They ended up losing, but still, it was rather impressive. So I think they got a real good shot against Temple. Who would you pick in this game, though?
I'm going to say Temple. They're my boys just because of that, but I've seen them so many times get down on points and look each other in the eyes and say, we need to play solid, we need to play as a team and bring it back. I haven't seen a lot of East Carolina. They have a lot of young guys. I've seen some mental mistakes out there from them, and that's where I think Temple will capitalize. They do have, I think, the experience on that team, and they have a great coaching staff. Well, look at their pit. There's 10 guys in there.
They are deep. They are definitely deep. So pretty close on the body count right now. A slight one-body advantage for East Carolina, and a pretty long point here, Mike.
Camel fills out here. It's my boy Camel, Jacob Boucheri, filling out the snake.
So you got one guy whose nickname is Twitch, and the other one whose nickname is Camel.
He's at the 50 snake right now, and Rich is still keying off. He's protecting Camel right now, waiting for the ECU player to maybe make an anxious move and try to bunker out Camel. But all Camel's doing right now is sucking up 2 guns. He has the home player. He has the, looks like 30-yard line Dorito.
And that's a good move for him because they're down a body. Yeah. So they're pushing aggressively forward, only with 3 bodies alive.
And all their bodies are right now on the snake side.
Yeah.
But it looks like their guns are looking the right way. ECU fills out into the 40 Dorito yard line. Camel twitches. Camel twitches. Camel twitches in the 50. What he needs to do is tell Rich, hey, look, this 40-yard line Dorito guy's on me. Rich, just key up on him. Let's get that body.
Well, the good thing for Temple is even though they're down a body, they're in real good position, and that almost acts as like an extra body. Uh-oh, ref's in there checking out your boy.
He's all right. Jake Dugan's in there, snake corner, just blocking off, protecting Camel in that bunker, the 50-yard line.
Can I call him Camel too, or is that like like your homie nickname?
He's actually from Dubai.
Oh, okay.
And
so it's a racist nickname.
He gave himself that nickname.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I think I'm gonna call him Boucheri though, just to make it safe.
Yeah.
So right now it looks like a move being made into Snake 1, so utilizing the advantage that they have on the body count a little bit with East Carolina, bettering their position. Now that's gonna help counter the position that Temple has right now, but the Temple's position is pretty dominant. You know, you could see
they have the real estate.
Yeah, your boy right now is putting ripping a pretty good lane cross field at that 40-yard line.
And all Jake needs to do right now is just stay alive in the corner and watch Camel's back. That's all. That's all he needs to do. The only problem now...
Yeah, and that's what he's been doing. He's been doing a good job. He's just posted up down that line.
The only problem now is if the ECU coach can get the Snake 1 player to run the highway, he could blow the game open right now. He really could. That might be the back center player. Hey, listen, man, I got your back. And now Camel shifts to look up down the tape.
He's got to be careful on this head check because that guy's been posted on him for about 2 minutes.
Other than this last game, I feel like a lot of these games here on this field today, Saturday, have slowed down a bit.
I couldn't agree more, Mike. I mean, and it's interesting because this is the Dallas layout too, and I really feel that this layout's going to slow down a lot on Sunday in Dallas.
Yeah, certainly. I think some of those dominant Dorito players in the pro bracket are going to really, really have fun. A lot of fun.
A lot of activity, lot to go. There's a lot of work to be done on that D side.
I think Impact's going to be very scary on this layout.
Impact is always
really
scary.
But I mean, imagine Alex Goldman going from one end, the Dorito side to the Snake side, back and forth, like they always do.
Yeah.
That's not going to be fun to play against that.
So one of the longest points, we're heading up on a 5-minute point, and that means a lot of guys are going to be running real low on paint here. But Mike, I think this might be the longest point we've seen all weekend. I don't think we've seen a 5-minute point yet.
We are well over 5 minutes by 10 seconds, by almost 15 seconds. And, well, we played a 1-1 game this morning, the first half.
That was on
this field.
Really?
Drexel and
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That is right. That was a really long point.
Well, that's why. That was several beers ago, is right.
So it looks like, that was a bad move by Camel right there.
Standing up. Well, Rich coming over here, bunkers out the 40-yard line.
Hey, I like that move.
Yeah.
He made the move clean.
But now he leaves his buddy 3-on-1 situation.
But now it's a 3-on-1 situation. But I like the instinct for that move. It's like, I just lost my guy.
Now Ben, the Temple coach, needs to concede the point, I think. He needs to. He needs to concede the point.
Yeah.
Save the time, maybe get another point and a half, work out another point.
This isn't going to work out for Temple's last player. Who's that guy in the back? Rich?
No, that's Jake Dugan.
Okay, so Jake Dugan right now, I mean, he's in a bad spot. I mean, 1-on-3, this only works out like...
He's dinked out. You see the point.
I mean, even with like a Yosh Rao in a 1-on-3, he's only going to pull that situation
statistically
off maybe like 5% of the time, if that. And we're talking about a Yosh Rao, you know? So, again, it's tough. I agree with you. He should have blown that horn a little bit earlier here. And not only...
I think as soon as Camel died, he needed to blow the horn.
I think I agree because... yeah, you want to give you guys a chance sometimes, but that's totally situational. And the biggest thing, too, is the cleanup.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, the pain is whatever. Who cares? You get a couple extra shots. Nobody cares. It's paintball. You get shot a lot. But if that guy gets an extra one in the top of his loader, in a speed feed.
He can't get out.
And then now he's got, hey, clean my goggles. I need a new loader. It kind of puts ripples into the crew that's helping out. So that's one of the reasons, saving time and also just saving cleanup time, too.
We forget sometimes how quick 2 minutes goes by.
Exactly.
We forget.
It's not a lot. It's really not a lot of time, especially if you just played a 5-minute point. You're tired. You want a little bit of rest. So that way he can go back and not have to be like, goggles, pack. I got 4 hits on my pack. By the way, I've also I need a new loader because I took a shot of my speed feed. All right, so let's check out this replay here. So
this is the move for Camel getting into the Snake. Nice move there. Cross all the way down into the 50 Dorito. 50 Snake, which is a Dorito, coincidentally. Or not coincidentally, rather. I like when the Snake 50 is a Dorito yard line bunker. Yeah, so this is the closing end of that. So finally, Sherry gets up on his feet. He'd spent most of his time on his knees, and he wanted to get a better look from, you get up on your feet, but unfortunately he came right into that stream. Played really well until then. That little mistake right there ended up costing him. Well, like, statistically, right, he dies, he leaves it into a 4-on-2 situation. How many times do you win a 4-on-2? Pretty rarely, right? You're down 5 minutes.
Very rare.
You're down 5 minutes, blow the horn right there, But now here we are back again. ECU on the left, Temple on the right. We got Twitch back out there. It looks like James Fraley, he's one of the newer players. He's going out to the Snake corner off the break. He got dinked out early last point, but he makes it out to the Snake corner alive. Camel lands on his gun in Snake 1. He gets there off the break. I like the aggressive breakout here. That's a good play call, I think. Just, hey, listen, we played a long point, and guess what? You think we're going to play short off the break? We're going right at your throats.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen too many guys get to that Snake off the break, so that was a bold play call from Temple. It ended up working out for them as they now have a body in the Snake. There's no one in the Snake, or even really anyone on the Snake side at all for East Carolina. East Carolina does have a body. Most of their players are locked in the pocket in the center, so they have a body in the stand-up, white can in the center of the field, as well as a body at the 50-yard line wall.
Where's the last Temple player? I can't really see. I see 4. Twitch just makes a killer move from the insert bunker on Dorito side
And
all the way up.
And through the lane,
Yeah.
too.
He actually used to play on the Jesters, and now he plays on Gucci Gang, which won D3 last season.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
So you got a guy in D3 for Temple. Back corner bunker now moving up to D2.
Tamel's having gun problems here in Snake 1.
You think that was from the dive in?
I think it was because remember he landed on his
gun.
gun.
He landed on his gun, yeah. So he's doing surgery right now.
Temple loses a body on Dorito side. That's a support player for Twitch.
East Carolina's getting a good look here on this particular point to have a slight advantage. Only 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to go.
And they have 5 bodies alive.
So there's Bouchari finally able to get his gun up.
And the East Carolina player that was on the Dorito side of the W just threw his body away completely. 100%. Trying to get Twitch out.
Well, and for Temple, Bouchari, well, his gun's kind of up. I mean, he's getting paintballs out of it. Well, now he's going back to, got to reopen it back.
There was the 5th player
again. So stand-up can is hot right now for Temple. They have the Snake 1 and also back corner bunker Snake side. Everyone's on the Snake side.
East Carolina filling. And does he get him? Oh, he gets shot. Twitch makes the move.
They trade out. Trades out. So now everyone on Temple is on this Snake side, but smartly,
Jake Dugan fills over to the home, shifting his body over towards the Dorito side, focusing his gun there.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, if Bouchari can get his gun up and get up to this 50 again, he's going to be in the best spot on the field because there's no one on that D side really for either team, and the numbers have gotten whittled down. But your boy is just still having big problems with his gun. I think he might have it up now.
He has his gun up.
I think this is attempt number 3 to get it working.
Yeah, he was shooting it to his bunker. Maybe he'll.
Well, let's see if he can rip a stream here if it actually works.
So Jake Dugan
his gun is working.
There we go. Now what he needs to do is talk to Fraley right behind him. Say, hey, is the wire clear? Crawl all the way up, and coincidentally, commentator Blessing gets all the way to the 50 Snake. Slides on his gun again almost. And now he has his gun up, keyed up on the insert bunker on Dorito side. It looks like ECU's whittled down to only 2 players.
Yeah.
I don't see a player in.
Well, they threw a couple bodies away.
Yeah.
I mean, Carolina had a little bit of an advantage.
Driver's seat, yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely, and they have a 1-point lead here. So Temple trying to tie this one up. There's only
39 seconds.
Yeah, 38 seconds left to go here. You can see Bouchari, he's kind of looking back like, hey, all right, what do I got behind me? Okay, I haven't seen him look at the clock. Have you seen your boy look at the clock yet?
He just did, I think. He looked over at his coach. That's my boy BC from Drexel on the sideline. And Jake Dugan fills up to the 40-yard line Dorito. 15 seconds about to be.
So now, after doing triple bypass gun surgery, Bouchari's now past the 50-yard line. He's still alive. Not enough time.
Oh, he gets.
And he's got to be careful not to get a penalty right here.
This is a gunfight there. Pops up and tries to shoot the insert bunker on Dorito side.
Catches a couple extra. Yeah, we're going to be going into halftime here at 1-0. Wow.
You know what? I don't mind that. You're only down 1 point to start a new fresh half.
Well, for either team. If you're East Carolina, hey, we got the lead.
Yeah.
We could have 2 more long points, and as long as we can keep up, we're going to win. But if you're Temple, similar story. Hey, we're only down by 1, like you were saying.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's definitely not worst case scenario for either team. And we're going to reset here, put 10 more minutes on the clock. But, and I understand you guys went in with a similar situation, but this is the first time we've only seen 1 point scored in the first half.
Yeah. I love watching this kind of paintball, like slow, methodical paintball. As a player, and I'm sure you would agree, this is exciting for us.
It is because I understand it's like guys that watch a jiu-jitsu match. Most people would rather see 2 dudes standing there playing rock'em sock'em robots trying to knock each other out. Don't get me wrong, I love that too.
Yeah.
And I love watching fast paintball, but I do respect and appreciate the chess match that's happening with these long, drawn-out, very technical points where every gunfight matters. So let's check in down with Lauren Kelly in the pits.
Hey guys, I am here with Temple's coach. Sorry, I know you got a lot of things to do right now, but you guys are only down 1 point, but these have been extremely long points. Very slow. Going into the second half, do you think you guys are going to try to amp up the aggression and speed up these points, or do you think we're going to see some more slow playing here?
Yeah, I mean, take it as it comes, really. We went aggressive that time, broke S1, got in, the boy smashed his face. Not much you can do there. You know, they're playing the pocket, and we just need to adjust to that. I mean, we knew it. I watched them all morning, you know what I mean, when they played earlier. And, yeah, we just need to adjust to it and get a couple quick kills and just go flying down the field.
What do you need to adjust when a team is playing the pocket to make sure that you can get those points?
We just have to get wide so we can get the angles on it and push when the bumps are there so that we can come and get a better angle still on the guys that are trapped in the middle.
All right, well, we'll see if you can do that. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Maddie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lauren. So, yeah, we're going to be heading in here to a little bit of a halftime, then 10 more minutes, but a very slow, methodical first couple points here. That score sitting at 1-0. So, yeah, and Mike, I do agree with you. I do respect and enjoy the technical side of the game because, you know, been in a lot of those before, and there's so much going on in their heads and trying to maneuver. And when you know, if you're not working for the less points that are scored, if you're not working with a lot of points, each point is extra important.
And each body matters so much more. Even though bodies don't count, each body on the field, whether your gun's working or you're dead, counts so much more.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Going to be getting into this second half here shortly, and in the closest game that we've had heading into a second half, as far as the point total is concerned, not necessarily. I mean, we had one-point game yesterday with a lot of blowouts, but we have yet to have a game where it was 1-0 heading into this second half. But yeah, Temple may be losing by 1, but Mike, Temple's playing well.
I think they are, and they're forcing the issue here. They moved Twitch from the Dorito side over to the Snake front position. That's kind of where he's known for. He used to play on, remember that team Wrecking Crew?
Yep.
Yeah, New School Wrecking Crew. He was on that team for a long time with Alex Gray back when he was a rookie.
Okay.
And that's kind of where Twitch...
Alex Gray from Seattle Thunder.
Yes, sir. Seattle Uprising. But,
yeah, you're right. Seattle
the
Uprising.
other Seattle.
No, Portland. Is it Portland or it's
no,
Portland?
Seattle now.
Seattle now?
They all moved to Seattle.
They keep moving it back and forth. So look at this run through attempted by Temple in the center.
That's
he gets
Fraley making the move up there to bunker out the ECU player, and off that move, losing their home player ECU and a Dorito player as well.
Mike, this is what I like that I'm seeing on Temple. Even when they were down bodies, they were the ones pressing the issue.
And here they are again. That's Temple paintball for you. Their calling card is Broad Street Bullies. We're going to punch you in the face, and here we are. We're seeing it right now. Brady Chin here supporting Twitch in the Snake 2. Yeah, Twitch is here at the Snake 50.
Not a team that's scared to attack. Now past the 50-yard line on both sides of the field, and here comes the move, and what a great job here.
Here we are. Right back to a 0-0 game.
Cuzler?
That's Twitch. Yeah, Chris Cuzler.
Yeah, nice job there. I mean, that was a great point. And yeah, it's 0-0, 1-1, whatever you want to call it. It's tied up. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go here. We're in the second half. We're in the quarterfinals. Let's go down to Lauren.
Hey guys, you will not see Boucheri playing any more points today for Temple. During that second point, his gun went into the ground and he hit his face on it. He split his nose open and they actually think it might be broken. So he's sitting down here on the sidelines and they're getting someone to take care of him.
That's a big loss for Temple for sure, 100%, because he's been playing phenomenal for them this season and he's one of their go-to guys. I hope he can get himself healed up for at least a minute so he can be a motivational support at least for the pits.
Well, yeah, as we're about to watch this replay, but we're looking over in the pits right now, and yeah, he's hurting. He's hurting, man. He's over there in the corner, kind of shaking up a little bit. And
this is my boy Fraley just making that move, busting open. He gets the second kill from the. That was almost a Sergey move.
Well, he comes through, gets one, yeah, or an Alex Rodriguez.
Yeah, or
but,
that.
But he comes through, he gets one, he almost gets the second one, but he gets so far into the back line, all the guns are forced to turn to him. They have to react to that, and that allows Temple to come through again. There he is. So you can see he's got a busted up nose. Yeah, there's definitely a decent chance that might be broken.
That was the dive he made right into Snake 1, and he landed on his loader. It looked
so
like
he
his
played
tank
with
went
that
underneath
then.
Yeah, the whole point.
Yeah, the whole point, which was a really long point. So
I wonder
hey,
how
man,
bloody his mask looks.
Yeah, hey, that's a lot of heart right there, playing with
How do you
potentially
say?
broken nose.
How does Matty Marshall say? Gumption, perhaps?
There you go. There's some gumption for you. I love that term, man. A lot of people don't really get that word, or people are like, what? I don't get what gumption is.
Cajones.
Number one, learn to use Google, and number two, I mean, you need it. There's a certain, there's almost this quality. It's a toughness. It's a heart. It's like if you put toughness and heart and experience all together in a blender
and mix it
and
up,
pour it out, you're pouring gumption out. And that's why guys like Alex Frazier, the Ironman dude, Shane Pistona, that's why guys like that love that word so much, is because that's
real.
because it's a real thing, and you need that to prevail to be successful at high-level tournament paintball.
And Temple coming off the break and shooting out the insert bunker there. Yeah, he did break his gun there, and that was the insert bunker on Snake side for ECU getting shot out. What's really nice here is to see Brady Chin here, who's in the insert bunker on Snake side, coming off the bench and having a great first point. Let's see if he can repeat it here. He's playing with some composure, waiting for that gun to drop from the home bunker. He also has a Snake corner to battle with, and Fraley coming up here to fill the Snake side and ECU dropping the Snake corner.
So Temple again pressing the issue here, Mike. They have the 50-yard line. They're getting out two
other
kills. So East Carolina,
the tides have turned.
Yeah,
for the Pirates.
Yeah, East Carolina now struggling a little bit with some survivability. They've really been doing really well at that. But the problem for East Carolina right now is they're allowing Temple to dictate the pace of this game.
Yeah. So they start off, and ECU concedes the point. Temple with 4 bodies remaining alive, it looks like. That's Brady Chin, Twitch. That's Chris Kutzler, Rich Atkovich, and I think that's Fraley out there to finish off the point for Temple.
Well, as we're getting deeper into this tournament, we're looking at, obviously they have more depth as far as their support crew.
Yeah.
But across the board with mostly their starting 5 or 6.
Very versatile,
Very
fast
versatile,
players.
Lots of weapons on. You hear me talk about weapons all the time. Why? Because if you don't have multiple weapons on the field, your team's going to get murdered.
Yeah.
That's just
100%.
the reality of the situation.
When you have guys that can play both the Dorito side insert and the Snake side front and the back center and the wall, that's when you see some real success in this certain division.
The versatility is important, but the aggressive mindedness of Temple is kind of being the difference right now. And they lose their starting Snake guy in Boucheri. He comes off with a potential broken nose, and what happens?
2 different guys fill in his shoes.
Yeah. So I think we actually have a replay of that move that Boucheri, when he dove in and potentially broke his nose when he dove on his gun. So he comes in and dives in, and so he tanked himself.
Yep.
So the gun flips around and he tanks himself in the face. Thank God, obviously you got to wear the mask, but
they were practicing that on Thursday at CFP.
Well, look, again, gumption.
Yeah.
He takes a potential broken nose, he looked unfazed. He shook it off real quick. We didn't look like there was any physical problem with him.
A lot of times you see a player that dislocates their arm or breaks their face open and they get off the field.
Or they take it in the chin. Like they'll dive in and tank themselves on the bottom of the chin and get rattled and have to, and then you can look at him right there. You can see the busted up nose. Looks like he got punched in the face.
They get rattled and they sit there and hide. But guess what he does? He starts doing gun surgery, gets his gun back up.
3 times. He had to do like 3 gun surgeries.
And goes right to the 50-yard line.
Hey, man, gumption.
Yeah.
Nice work, man. Yeah. Hats off to you. I hope your nose is not broken.
ECU taking Paris, their senior, into Snake off break. Gets shot out. And they also, at the same time, take the 30-yard line Dorito. They still have a back center player, and Obama, the insert bunker on the Dorito side. I like to call it that. It's like,
I understand, but you're using the paintball jargon, and the moms at home are going to know
what
what
is
you're talking
Obama?
about.
You talking about the ex-president? Huh? What? It's Donald Trump, guys. Donald Trump.
Yeah, well, everyone names it, because, you know, when you hear us talk about bunkers, it's, you have to use 3 or 4 words. It's the back corner bunker Aztec, where you guys just give it one name. It's the Apple, or the Godzilla, or the Monster, and so that's how it's easy to identify what's what. But every team, it's not like that's across the board. Every team has different names for these things.
Yeah, of course.
So right now, Temple, with that major penalty actually assessed on Temple, so 3 bodies left alive for them. But what are they doing? Still pressing the issue. They have a guy up in the center.
That's Fraley over there keying up on the snake side. Insert bunker. There's still 3 players left alive for ECU there. And guess what? Jake Dugan coming through runs down the 30-yard line for ECU, and looks like he shoots out the ECU player in the back center.
There's only 2 players left alive for Temple. They're both at the center 50. And looks like they're only looking at 1 body right now for East Carolina. Also, well, what Temple needs to do, slow it down a little bit. It's 2-on-1, spread the field out, get the rest of that penalty off.
That's a major, right?
Yeah.
So get the penalty out, release the penalty, and win the point.
But they didn't listen to us. They went a little bit too fast and took out the 1 player. So now there's still 38 seconds left, and the point's being conceded. So what they should have done was identify that, slow play it, get that 38 seconds off the clock, or force the other team to concede.
But I know Temple. And guess what? Temple ain't
they really only have 1 speed, it seems like. Temple's definitely an aggressive team.
It's that 3rd, 4th gear in like a turbocharged 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder engine.
Yeah.
You know, that's their speed.
Well, you know, initially heading into the second half, it was 1-0. Temple had a goose egg, and now 3 unanswered points for Temple. They still have
6 minutes left on the clock.
There's 6 minutes, so there's some time. But with these long points, and 38 seconds left. So this is the moment right now for East Carolina. 6:07 on the clock. They're going to be on a power play here for 38 seconds. If they can kill a body off the break, make it 3-on-5, even if Temple can burn the clock off.
And we have a replay here.
So yeah, let's check out this replay. So
that's
there's the Pirates. Pirates
senior,
digging out.
The lone senior for the team. He was one of their scary players last season when we played them in prelims, and he gets dinked out off the break there going to Snake.
Little trip in the fall, heading out. So 6:07 left to go here, and let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, so Chim will be starting this point in the box. During the last point, he was hit in the thigh and was playing on. That's why he got that major penalty.
He's one of their fresher players, I think, but he has a lot of raw talent, and he's very fast. I think he just needs to slow it down a bit, you know, in terms of, hey, it's just paintball. Might be a lot of cameras out here, but you have 4 other dudes out there that can really produce. Get dinked and get off the field, but I think that Temple will be fine here.
You know, sometimes guys try too hard.
Yeah.
They feel like, I'm going to have to play this gray area right now, and you know, there's a lot of reps out there, man. You got to be careful.
And you know what? The paint over there has been pretty brittle depending on the batch that you get. So off the break, you know, you can clip someone in the side of the leg and it'll break right off.
So on the breakout here, it looks like the Pirates now,
ECU
look at this, a huge
ghost.
move. Yeah, he comes through, and off of that play, he gets one.
Yes.
So it's 4-on-4, actually no, 4-on-3 in favor of East Carolina. So what they need to do is they need to have somebody in position.
4-on-2.
3-on-3. Nope, 3-on-2. East Carolina, 2 bodies left alive for them.
My apologies.
Well, hopefully one of the East Carolina guys can get himself in a position to shoot the Temple body coming out. If you're an East Carolina fan, if you're a Temple fan, you're hoping that that guy's going to come out and now give Temple a big advantage, and which would be great for them. Up by 2.
Well, now Twitch should recognize the fact that ECU's locked in on D side. And he does.
Well, what needs to happen if I'm East Carolina? I'm going to blow the horn right now.
Yeah, of course.
Just
you need
blow
to preserve.
the horn.
Well, the penalty got released already by Brady.
But it's 4-on-2. There's 5 minutes and 18 seconds left. You're about to go down by 4. So do you want to be down by 4 with
100%?
Do you want to be down by 4 with 5:30 left, or do you want to be down by 4 with 4:30 left?
You need to get your better Dorito player who's sitting there in the 40-yard line Dorito and just got dinked out. You need to get him back off.
Blow the horn. This is my point.
Come on, let's go. Yeah, here he goes.
Yeah, just hit it. Hit it.
Maffeo's about to blow the horn.
The guy's not pulling off a 1-on-4. It's not going to happen, Maffeo. Hit the buzzer. Maffeo's hand is hovering over the buzzer, so he finally hits the buzzer.
Maybe he wanted to wake up. Maybe he wanted to wake up his team a little bit, get him bunkered. I don't know.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. I'm gonna counter with, again, would you rather be playing down by 4 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, or 45 seconds left, or 4:51?
Well,
I want that extra 40 seconds.
I think that pays homage to the fact that I went over to ECU before this match and I talked to them a little bit just to get some intel on them, and I asked them, how many seniors you got? We got 1. What grades are you guys? Sophomore. How long have you guys been playing paintball for? You know, a couple of years. not a lot of experience.
That's impressive, though, the fact that they look this good this early in their careers.
Yeah.
And you see the replay here. So that was a big move by ECU, who had been, you know, not the attacking team of these two squads out here. And Temple definitely playing the aggressor, but that was a big move by ECU.
Well, that's an interesting breakout that we see for them in the play call. They opt for the really aggressive play with a body, you know, down for Temple, a 5-on-4 situation. If I were them, I would have tried to key up on one guy, make it a 5-on-3 off the break, and then make the aggressive moves, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're going to win a 5-on-3 statistically off the break many, many times.
So I apologize earlier. They're down by 3. 4 minutes and 51 seconds left. Everyone's going to be at 5 strong here. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
And we're back here with ECU on the right and Temple on the left. Looks like Temple might be calling a timeout. They don't have any players out in the box, and yep, they did. So opting to get some rest for their starting 5, and I think they're probably going to keep pressing. That's the Temple style, man.
If it's working, why stop going with those
If
safe
it ain't
plays?
broke, don't fix it, they say.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And also, East Carolina really hasn't been doing a good job of stopping the aggression of Temple. So since we do have a little bit of extra time here, 2-minute timeout, 4:51 to go in this matchup, and Temple 3-point lead. We'll be right back.
And we're actually back here after the timeout with Temple here on your left and ECU on your right.
Mike, they tricked us.
Yeah.
You know? Just when we thought we were getting
It's called
banned
the
at next
Philly
point.
fake out.
Well, a lot of those timeouts, I don't know why everyone does this. I think it's just they're maximizing the amount of time they have to work with. But everyone wants to hit that timeout with like 1 second left.
Yeah, and they want to basically try to trick the other team.
Sorry, 10 seconds, because you can't hit it under 10 seconds.
With 11 seconds left. And Temple lining up here on your left. Looks like they're probably going to go to the wall for break, which they do. That's Fraley going up there, keying up on Snake side. And did they dink him out? Yep, they shot the Snake corner for ECU. That was Fraley.
It was either Fraley on the run or the tall stand-up guy for Temple.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of both.
Well, ECU able to get up here to the 50, and here comes Fraley.
Fraley
Fraley's going to come and execute him.
There's
No one's
one.
touched him. There
There's
goes Fraley. And Fraley untouched almost all the way into the back line. But we're going to see a major. What a great run by Fraley.
100%. He's one of their newer players. This is his first season with Temple. And it's really awesome to see that kind of instinct, that killer instinct.
Well, that might do it here. Yeah. That run through might have just, that might have been it.
ECU.
That might have been the hammer dropping down on the skull right there, because 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Now we're going to be down by 4, and they have a major penalty. Doesn't look good right now for the Pirates.
Yeah, the proverbial skull and crossbones just got smashed, as they might say. Fraley realizing, hearing from his coach that there's a right side of the wall, makes that move, launches, makes it clean. He blasts him in the face. The ECU player looks so scared that he dropped his gun, and Fraley continues and shoots out the can bunker on Dorito's side before getting lit up. But, you know, blew the game open. He did his job. And he was assisting on the shot out on the snake off the break.
Yeah, I mean, he might have got that shot. I mean, we maybe called half a kill for Fraley, half a kill for his back guy. Both guns were shooting that lane. We don't know exactly who shot him, but they were putting paint on him. But yeah, again, what did he do? He knew what the initial game plan was, had to pull an audible because he got the information from his coach. He runs through, gets a real solid bunker move, and then no one's touched him, so he continues through. All the guns turned to him, and he got riddled, but rightfully so. He put his gun up. Let's actually get a replay of this. So we're looking at ECU on the breakout here. So there's the snake runner going out wide to the back bunker. Kind of gets a little stuck there.
That's that Florida sand for you.
It is like grass on beach sand out here.
Yeah.
And then, but here's the run through. So Fraley comes through, gets him, stitches him up, keeps going. Nobody's touched him, gets another one, and then starts to get pumped. But he didn't really get shot that much.
But he also,
yeah, he didn't even really get shot that much. But again, you saw all those guns turn to him, and a couple guys on his team
also
got
drew a
some
major.
kills. And he drew the major.
So how many kills is that? Like 7?
He got a baker's dozen of
Yeah,
kills.
right.
So good job by Fraley. 4:07 left to go. Down by 4. East Carolina with a major penalty. It's going to be rough for him here. We'll see what they can do. We'll be right back. .407 to go. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She has an update with the Pirates.
Thanks. During that timeout, the Pirates coach was telling his players that going into this point, they are going to be a body down. So he wants all 4 guns up, and he wants them to push down the field, but focus on just getting that penalty off the clock.
Well, that's some good advice. They did have 4 guns up, and they all stayed alive.
Yeah, they all stay alive, but they don't generate a kill off the break. So Temple here has 5 alive, double up back center. The insert bunker on Dorito side, the center can here, and Chris Kutzler, my boy Twitch here in the God. And ECU still has their 4 bodies alive, but ref going in to check the insert bunker there on Snake side and calls him out. So now ECU is dealing with 3 bodies.
Yeah, now they're in a bad spot.
Terrible.
It's 3 on 5. They still have a minute 13 seconds
And
left
now
on a
no one's
major
looking
penalty,
snake side.
and they're down by 4. I mean, this is pretty much it right now for East Carolina.
Yeah.
If they had come out, killed somebody off the break, got their body out, and won this point to make it a 3-point spread, and they did that in a minute, then we might be having we might be singing a different song. But right now, it looks like Temple's going to be advancing.
Yeah, 100%. Chris Kutzler moving up from the God in one move, goes to the 50 snake. Someone generated a G off the center, and also out of the G being a kill out of the back center. So the center player for ECU is now dealing with, he's dead, dealing with 4 Temple bodies, Owls, 5.
Hey,
5 alive.
Mike, Temple looks good. Temple looks really good.
I told you yesterday.
You
know,
did.
One of the favorites here, just their versatility, their aggressiveness in this format is going to, the fact that these guys, I know for a fact, they work out, they train hard, and they play a lot of paintball. They go down to OXCC in Chesapeake City, where we used to have the MAO event.
Been there a couple
and they
years.
they play doubles all the time, and they shoot a lot of paint. And they also have experience in their staff. They have 3 or 4 alumni down there.
Well, and so that's always good to have, like you coming back as an alumni with Drexel to help lead the squad. Where are they at with like seniors, freshmen, sophomores? I mean, are they going to have a lot of returners next year, or are they losing a bunch of guys?
They are only graduating 1 player, and that's Rich Atkovich. And he's been
around,
their star for a long time.
He's been their star for a long time.
He's the only player, when I talked to him yesterday, that's actually graduating. So, yeah, he's one of their key guys, but look at the other 5 dudes out there. That speaks volumes to their...
They're definitely a threat now.
And in this league, if you can have a run for 2 years, that's amazing.
Yeah, because again, you're cycling through a lot of guys.
Yeah.
It's rough.
You can't
out
just
here.
pick and choose.
Yeah, and every year we always have. I mean, we could go through the list over the years. FGCU, Long Beach, Penn, UConn, Drexel. There's been a lot of teams that have had that 2-3 year run, right? Yeah. UCF right now, they made the finals last year. They just beat Texas A&M for the past couple of years. So you go on that 2-3 year run where you get a bunch of guys that seem to vibe together, you get some talent on the squad, but then you have to rebuild after that.
That's what's really important about having that alumni return, because those guys are bringing the experience from years and years and years of this division, knowing how much fun it is, and also what you need to do to be successful here.
Well, it's the transference of knowledge.
Correct. That's the human story.
1,000,000%. Couldn't agree more.
So here, Temple breaking out with 5 bodies alive. It looks like Brady Chin going out to the snake corner. Is that Camel back out? He is. Camel's back out.
He made it back out, back center, huh?
Yeah.
So Bouchari, with broken nose and all, decided to throw the goggles back on and get out there.
Hey, man, I need to get out of here for 1 more point. Just let me do it. I'll be healed up for tomorrow. I need to get my gun back up.
Yeah, showing some of that gumption like we talked about.
They shoot an ECU player off the break. ECU sitting in the snake corner, the insert bunker there. He gets released. He gets shot on the shoulder. That theoretically should have drawn another penalty because he got shot right as he left the box. So ECU whittled down to 3 players left: the back center, the center can, and the snake corner. Jacob, with a broken nose, filling all the way from back center to the wall. I mean, you can't ask for more.
He's trying to get himself something. You can't ask for more out of your players than that. You get hurt, and then you get back in there. Love seeing that.
Jake Dugan filling all the way into the 50 snake. He's alive. Temple peeling off, and here comes Camel.
Bouchari, and he's going to bunker out the last guy. He didn't know he was even there, but knew the bunker to run to, and he drops him almost to the ground. Guy stumbles trying to get out of there.
That was very, very nice for Camel, because he could have definitely Lasoya'd him.
Just shot him right in the back of the head.
Right in the back of the head.
Yeah. Ear hold him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he gave him a couple, pumped him in the back a little bit, but he didn't know exactly where that guy was.
No.
He knew the spot to run to. Hey, I'm gonna cut out wide, run to the farthest bunker out on that side of the field, and oh my God, there's a guy here. Luckily for him, there were so many Temple players left alive, and that last player for ECU was just totally focused on that D side, and then Bouchari just pumped him in the back.
So unfortunately, I took a bit of a break after we played this morning, but how many blowouts have been on this field? For the whole tournament?
A ton.
This is ECU scores a first point, and Temple scores 7 straight.
Well, we're looking here at this replay. It depends on what you define as a blowout. So, if we're talking about, say, 5, 6, 7 points, I mean, you give me your definition of blowout, I'll tell you how many we had. And here comes right now. Bouchari comes.
Gets him right in the pack.
And he stumbles a little bit getting out, but still, hats off to Bouchari as, again, we saw, in case you're just joining us, early on in this match, I think it was what point was that? It was pretty early on. He took a header diving into the snake, tanked himself in the face.
Broke his nose.
Potentially broke his nose. I mean, he definitely had 2 or 3, yeah, so this is a shot from Bouchari earlier after, he played that entire point, fixed his gun, played the point, did well. I think he might even played another point, too.
And they won that point.
And he was in the snake doing what he was supposed to do, and then had to take a breather and figure out what the hell was wrong with his nose. But, had enough toughness to come out and play that last point and bunkered the last guy out.
If you can score 7 points in a half, and you know what I know Ben's saying right now to his players, I want 3 more points. That's what he's saying to his players right now. I've seen it before. He's telling his players, I want more points. I want you guys to show all these other teams what we can do. and would be scared of us going into Sunday. I mean, they made Sunday now.
Well, one of the teams that everyone was scared of, Texas A&M, just got knocked out by UCF, so now people should be scared of UCF. But yeah, if Temple can come into it, score no points. They didn't score 1 point in the first half.
Not 1 point.
Not 1 point. And to score
straight.
7 straight points in 10 minutes
and
after not scoring a point
and
through
Temple
10 minutes.
lanes out the entire ECU side. But ECU has some good real estate here.
Temple losing 2 bodies.
Correct.
So ECU might be able to put another point on the board, but this game's over.
Yeah.
If you would like to go refresh your beverage and get ready for Liberty taking on Drexel next, now would probably be the time to do it.
I need to go stretch my my lungs, I think, for that one.
Yeah. Your voice seems to be holding up, though.
Lozenges and tea.
Oh, I mainline Halls while I'm up here.
So ECU sitting with some good position. They have the player in the 50, Dorito, the player backing him up over there on the 40-yard line, Dorito, and 24, that's Austin King.
Time's ticking down, though. 34 seconds to go. ECU trying to put this...
At least get some pride.
Yeah, and which they do. So
they do have a lot of pride, and I think what's going to be scary about this team next season is how good we've seen them play this whole event. And yeah, they got blown out by Temple. But
okay,
Temple's,
well, yeah, they had a bad second half. They had a great first half.
Certainly.
Really bad second half.
Yeah. If they can look within themselves and say, hey, man, we're going to come out next season and come swinging, they have sophomores, juniors, and they could work for the next year working together, increase their communication, increase their fundamentals, and be a really scary team next season. They have the aggressiveness. They clearly do.
Yeah, and I think they have the right attitude, too.
Yeah.
I talked to them after their loss that they took in overtime to Penn State yesterday, and they had a really positive vibe about them. And, you know, I basically told them, I said, look, that was a good look for you guys. You guys, you performed well. Obviously, you took the loss, so let that resonate. However, take the positive elements from those moments and then move that on to today. And not only that, but keep it going further, because East Carolina Pirates, they've never really been a big threat here at this level, at the highest level of college paintball. But this is a squad that could be, just like you were saying.
And they're from the Carolinas, which has pretty decent weather in the winter time. They can play when all of these teams are taking their winter breaks because of the snow, Temple being one of them, Penn State being another of them. They could be sitting there playing in the Carolinas and getting better at paintball. And look at Temple right now. They're sending out their starting line for the last 28 seconds. I'm telling you, man, that's what these guys do.
That's Ben over there, the coach, saying.
That's Ben saying, I want another point in 28 seconds right now. I can go down there and ask him after this, and that's certainly exactly what's happening.
Well, Ben's pretty intense. Yeah. He loves paintball, alumni obviously at Temple, but he goes way back. I mean,
he's one of the Shire, Wild Geese.
I was just gonna say, one of the very first pro teams ever to play paintball. He's not that old, but he as a kid had the older guys on the Wild Geese, which was again throwing it way back, which was a pretty high level pro team in the late '80s.
Yeah.
And so the older guys on that. So it's cool again, just how the legacy continues on. Him now helping coach these guys. So here we go, Temple trying to execute. The player up in the center. No, he's just going to pause.
There's Rich Akovich on the right side. He's going around.
Ooh, but he gets his head peeled off, but he trades out. But off of that, they're able to take D3, but he gets taken out. But now under 10 seconds to go, 2-on-2, and that should do it. Final score should be 7-2
in favor of Temple. What I like this last point from ECU is they still pushed. That shows a lot of heart for them, and that's really nice to see.
Like we said, the future is very bright for ECU.
Certainly.
The fact that they have a lot of underclassmen, the fact that they have a great attitude. Again, they had a really good look out here. I really like what we saw out of them, and they seem to care. They really want to be good. And if you don't have that desire to be great, then you're never going to be great because you're not willing to put the work in that's required to get to the top of this game.
100%. And here's a replay of Rich Akovich going around to trade out with the last W transaction, how you say, up there. And Rich is a great kid, man. He's definitely going to be missed for the Temple organization, for sure. But yeah, as you were saying before, you know, as with anything in life, right? If you can give it your all, if you could put your heart and soul into something, whether it be paintball or ping pong, you're going to get good at it no matter what. And especially with this sport, I think it's so fundamental to be mental in this game. And if you can keep playing over and over again, we have Lauren Kelly here for an update with Temple.
Hey guys, I'm here with Sherry and McDonald. Congratulations, guys, you made it into Sundays. Boucher, I mean, you hurt yourself out there, and you still went out to play. Maddie was saying you have a ton of gumption for doing that. How are you feeling right now, and why did you want to get back in the game after that?
First of all, I can't feel my face at all. And second of all, I feel like I owe my team a lot, especially like we've been here for the past 3 years, never made it to Sunday Club, so we were really close, so I just had to push myself that extra mile just to get into the Sundays.
Well, that is exactly what you did. McDonald, coming into this match, it is a big match. You guys do have something to prove. What was the focus coming into this, especially the second half, because you had a slower start the first half?
The focus for me became Jacob's nose for a little bit. It's a really beautiful nose, and he hurt it really bad. I was really upset about that. But, you know, it was a super slow first half, and, you know, one of the smartest paintball players I ever played with, Dave Freed, told me, you can't lose if you don't die. And that's how we played. We just didn't die. We just stayed in our bunkers, tried to stay alive, and that's what we did in the second half, too. The team that stays in their bunkers, stays alive, waits for the other team to make stupid moves, and kills them when they do that, is the team that's going to win and the team that's going to go to Sunday, and the team that's going to hoist that trophy at the end of Sunday. And that's what we're aiming for.
Well, good luck for that. You guys played an incredible game. Go bandage up that beautiful nose of yours. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned for more games.
I think that's going to be the key to Temple's success, that nose. Protect that nose.
Protect the nose. And I don't know about that. They definitely did a lot of dying, but they did a lot more killing. So congratulations to Temple as they take the victory and they move on. Next up, Liberty University Flames going to be taking on Drexel.
I got to get out of here.
Hey, yeah, go get them.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, and best of luck.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Thank you so much. So stick around with we're going to have this battle going down next. We'll be right back.
See ya.